Welcome to your final mystery box.
The life-changing title is now within your grasp.
This is a time for you to dig deep. And to inspire you today, we're welcoming someone who knows exactly what it feels like to thrive under extreme pressure.
What?
Please say hello to an Olympic hero, ice dancer Tessa Virtue.
A Canadian Olympic gold medalist.
Hi, everyone.
Wow. I was an athlete, so I know exactly what it takes to be able to compete at those levels.
5 Olympic medals, 3 gold, plus 3 world championships.
Holy heck.
I am so excited to be here, especially at this stage of the competition. There are just 3 of you left, which means you'll all be on the podium. It's just a matter of finding out which color of medal you'll get.
But first, you have to find out what's underneath that mystery box. Tessa?
1, 2, 3, lift.
Whoa. Tessa and her partner, Scott Moyer, are renowned for bringing fire and ice to their performance. Today, you'll follow in the footsteps of these champions by creating a dish inspired by the theme, fire and ice.
I love this kind of challenge. It's so open-ended.
We want to see the fire and ice theme in your concept, your flavors, and in your dramatic presentations.
Every one of our performances is crafted to make people feel something. And that's exactly what you'll need to do as you create your fire and ice dish.
Having an Olympic champion here, I can only imagine the even higher standard that we're going to be cooking at today.
If you're successful in winning this mystery box, you will earn a major advantage in our final elimination challenge.
We stock a specialty pantry with amazing ingredients to inspire you.
And at your stations, you'll find premium German-made Miele appliances.
You have 60 minutes to create your fire and ice dish. Are you ready to cook like a champion?
Yes, chef.
Your 60 minutes starts now!
Go.
Fire and ice. I have no idea how these two things are gonna go together, but I'm gonna find a way.
It's all about creativity. I want to show that I can be creative and also compete with Jennifer, who is like the savant of creative thinking.
So this is one of our most conceptual challenges that we have ever seen, fire and ice. This is all about performance and about drama and creating something that's emotional on the plate.
And I hope that there's a story to be told. I'm curious to know the inspiration behind their recipe.
First thought that lands on me is about my dad. He passed away when I was 20. His birthday's coming up soon, so I want to put my heart on a plate today and see what happens. Every birthday, my dad would make bacon-wrapped scallops. So I'm going to try and recreate like some of those tastes and smells and hopefully feeling as well.
I would be very excited to have this challenge as a chef. What would you do, Alvin?
Fire, obviously something spicy. In terms of ice, a nice ceviche.
You know, the inspiration of fire could be about flambeing. The ice side, it could be an interesting ice cream or a cold dressing.
I would actually draw my inspiration from China. They already work with a lot of fire. I would probably make some type of lobster dish, and I would incorporate lychee, snow made with liquid nitrogen.
I was thinking I was going to do the same thing, but I'm just grateful I'm on this side of the table.
I'm totally into this challenge. You know, fire and ice, I feel like it's right up my alley. It gets real cold in Regina, and then me loving meat and barbecues, it's like a match made in heaven. I'm gonna make a duck. I'm gonna smoke it for my fire aspect. I have a nice surprise. It's a smoking puck that's gonna kind of cover my dish in smoke. And also making wild rice cabbage rolls with a walnut and thyme cream sauce.
Look at Andre. He's using a cake cooling rack on top of a gas burner. That's creativity.
Today, I am making a Japanese-inspired grilled platter. I'm incorporating fire by making a fire pit next to my plate. I love the smokiness of cooking over a fire. I'm making beef ribeye, red miso sauce, a cauliflower sesame oil puree, and a ponzu marinated charred eggplant.
I'm making my dad's birthday scallops, pork belly with rum and cola glaze. It wouldn't be my dad's birthday if he didn't have a rum and cola in hand. For the fire element, I have a smoked pork fat and maple birthday candle. I really wanted to create that smell of like bacony fat hitting the grill, but it also melts away into extra sauce on your plate to dip stuff in.
Tessa is an Olympic athlete, and she's always putting on a great show, so I have to pull out all the tricks.
Andre,
Hi, Chef.
we have Tessa, 3 times world champion, 3 gold medal. Are you inspired?
Oh, I'm very inspired today,
Andre.
Chef. Hi, how are you?
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
So what are you gonna do for your fire?
I'm putting everything on the grill. I love my wife, and she's always taking me to Japanese grill houses, so I thought I'd honor her today.
I've been admiring what's happening over here, but can I ask where you're finding the inspiration for the ice component?
The ice component, let's just say it's gonna be a big bang.
You're keeping a lot of this under wraps.
Yes.
I'm very intrigued.
I can't wait to show you guys.
Best of luck.
Thank you. My surprise big bang ice element is dipping shiso leaves into liquid nitrogen. Shiso. My plate is gonna be extremely creative.
Josh, how are you?
Chef, how are you?
How does it feel to have a world champion here?
Amazing. Being a former athlete, having someone with such class and elegance in front of you,
I was talking about you, by the way.
just being able to compete at such a high level, I'm in awe about it. It's
Thank you.
What are you doing for the fire element of this challenge?
I'm gonna smoke my duck. I'm gonna have a little element on my plate as well, so it's a sweet little smoke show on my plate.
Sweet little smoke show. I like that.
Have you ever cooked a duck breast before?
Never.
You want to render that fat down.
Thank you.
What about the ice?
I'm going to do a little ice cup for my vinaigrette that you're gonna have to smash, and it's gonna leak into the salad.
I'm intrigued, but I'm also a little bit concerned. That's going to take some time to produce.
I'm definitely up to the task today.
You are, I can tell. You're in the zone.
Good
Go
luck.
get them.
Thank you very much. With so many elements that need so many steps to finish, it's gonna be difficult if I get off track.
15 minutes! You only have 15 minutes left. Look at that. Jennifer has got liquid nitrogen in her station.
For the ice elements, I'm making Dulce ice cream pearls with liquid nitrogen.
All right.
Dulce is this really yummy, savory snack. It's a kind of seaweed. I'm taking dulse powder and whisking that into some cornstarch slurry and hot milk and start adding liquid nitrogen. And 1 minute later, I have ice cream pearls. I have a lot going on today. There's no shortage of things that could go sideways.
Come on, guys.
Come on, get it all in.
There's a big advantage out there waiting for one of you.
The top 3 are pushing their limits in a mystery box fire and ice challenge in the hopes of dazzling Olympic champion Tessa Virtue.
5 minutes. You better start plating.
This energy, I mean, it's so intense in here.
These are the make and break moments when you're putting your plate together in the last minutes.
I'm just sweating so much. It feels like I'm training like an Olympic athlete right now.
These last couple elements are really gonna be the wow of my dish, so it's go big or go home. I'm having a smoke effect going, a smoking puck giving off a continuous stream of smoke around the plate.
I plate my Dulce ice cream pearls, and then I light the candle so it can melt down a little bit and have a bit of sauce on the plate.
Artistically, I'm creating the look of a fire pit. I want flames.
Love the creativity.
I was wondering what the ice component would be. I think it's coming right now.
I want sprinkles and sprinkles of shiso leaves shattered all over the entire plate. This is my only ice component, and it has to work.
My ice element is very risky. It's my vinaigrette in a balloon. I'm gonna freeze it with liquid nitrogen so that it forms an ice cup, and it's frozen on the outside, but still liquidy on the inside.
Wow, look at that. Looks amazing.
It's like a little red egg in a nest.
With ice cream pearls, I'm also going to make hazelnut snow. I'm mixing hazelnut oil with maltodextrin and put it in some liquid nitrogen. I want it to melt like actual snow, like when you get snow on your tongue and then it's just gone.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Wow.
So nervous for them.
Hey, man.
Andre, can you please bring up your dish?
I call this steak by the fire. sake marinated ribeye with ponzu marinated eggplant and sesame cauliflower puree.
The presentation looks spectacular. The ice element was very theatrical. Let's see how it all goes together. Very tasty, very savory, beautiful cooked ribeye, lovely medium rare, and the flavor of that shiso leaf is unmistakable.
Thank you, chef.
A dish that was well executed, well thought out, extraordinarily well presented. And what it says is how far you've come.
Wow. Thank you, chef.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
I have to say I loved the choreography with the shiso leaf.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, so many textures come through. I love those Japanese flavors. I've spent a lot of time there skating and touring, and this dish feels like a home away from home. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Andre, you've gone a long way in terms of presentation. I see perfect symmetry. The matches of color, the white, the red, the green, the black, very, very zen. I'm gonna try the amami. So this has been charred.
I thought that that's an interesting way to do it instead of just steaming it.
Wow. By charring it instead of boiling it, okay, you retain that sweetness. And that char just gives it the extra smoky flavor. You're on fire. Don't let the ice cool you down.
Thank you, chef. To have an Olympic gold medalist in awe over my dish. I'm just so proud of what I did.
Jennifer, please bring your dish up.
This dish was to honor my dad. I've made scallops, some pork belly, a dulce ice cream pearl, a birthday candle made out of smoked pork fat. My dad's favorite drink was rum and cola, so I made a rum and cola glaze, and that's brushed on the pork belly.
I definitely see the fire and the ice. I got that warm feeling, that sweetness coming from that scallop. Complements the pork belly perfectly. This sense of togetherness, of flavors from the earth, flavors from the sea, flavors coming together. Well, did your dad know that you're a great cook?
No, chef, it's kind of something that I got interested in, but I think I kind of caught the bug from him. He was just really multi-passionate and loved really good food.
My father also passed away way before I was a cook, and we share some moment that we wish he was here, and somehow I'm sure he is.
Thank you, chef.
I almost don't want to dive in because it's so beautiful.
No, please, wreck it. Just go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So flavorful and beautiful, but what I love is that you can tell it's made with love. I mean, you Mayor timers are just the best. I always feel like you could knock on anyone's door out east and they would welcome you in for a lovely meal, maybe not quite this elaborate.
Thanks so much.
Very intrigued by this. It looks like a candy that's been just wrapped in some tinfoil, but I know it's more than that.
This is a dulce ice cream pearl.
Beautiful flavor. That seaweed really comes through. I've never had an ice cream made with seaweed. You have talent to burn.
Thank you so much, chef. To impress the judges and gold medal Olympian. Feels like such a gift.
Josh, please bring your dish up to the front.
After listening to the critiques of the other two cooks, they were wow dishes. So I'm kind of nervous, I'm really hoping that this dish is up to that standard. This chef is what I called prairie smoke. When I think of fire and ice, I think of Saskatchewan, right? It gets minus 60 in the winter and plus 40 in the summer. So I have a duck breast that I pan-seared and cooked, and then smoked as it was resting. I made some wild rice Savoy cabbage rolls. And on top, I have a lightly dressed frisee salad and also a sour cherry vinaigrette.
You've cooked it rather nicely. Beautiful medium rare. It could have maybe done with a little bit more color on the fat side. But is duck something you cook a lot with?
Honestly, chef, this is the first time I ever cooked duck.
The cook on the duck is really terrific, nicely seasoned. That accompanied with that cherry sauce that has a little bit of a sweet and sour edge. Great idea, great concept. And the aromas of that smoke, it's campfire, it's cooking over an open hearth, it's soulful. Josh, well done.
This presentation, it's so layered and colorful, and it felt like an ambitious plan. I admire that risk, because at this point in the competition, you just can't play it safe. That vinaigrette, so good. Just a delightful, delightful dish. Well
Thank you very much.
Josh, I did not expect this from you. It's incredibly creative. I love the flavors that you've captured in this cabbage roll. They're very earthy. You can see you have a real respect for tradition, but you also took a risk. You added wild rice to it, the walnut cream. Perfectly executed. Home run.
Thanks, Chef. I really think this one hit the mark of everything. It was creative and innovative, and Tessa Virtue tasting it and her also saying how good it tastes, it just makes you feel great inside.
3 knockout dishes.
I saw fire and ice in each one of those dishes.
Today's already such a treasure that winning would be cool, but like, this day is gonna go down as a win no matter what.
Each of those home cooks showed so many different techniques on each of their dishes. The creativity was astounding.
Any advantage in this kitchen is a huge, huge play, but this is the semifinals right now, down to the last 3. I want this so bad.
I'm top 3, but the goal is to be number 1. It's the last mystery box. I gotta win it.
Home cooks, we are amazed at how creatively each of you interpret this theme.
But there can only be one winner.
The home cook with the best dish tonight is Andre. Congratulations.
I think it's great that I finally won a mystery box by myself.
Tessa, it's been an absolute delight having you join us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm leaving feeling more inspired than ever. Best of luck.
Having Tessa here was so rad. Such a huge honor to cook for her.